guys, it's me, Cassidy Quinn. Happy weekend! It is Saturday afternoon, which means that the round 2 of March Madness has officially ended. We're on to round 3 right now. It is exciting. We went from 64 teams, cut that in half, only 32 left. And I wanted to update you guys on my bracket, not my regular main bracket, because if you are one of the cool people that entered my CBS Sports bracket group, you probably know that my bracket was winning for a day. And thanks to Georgetown, thank you very much. Oops, sorry, Georgetown. It's not doing well anymore. We're not going to talk about that. What we're going to talk about is an update on my mascot bracket, because every year I think it's really fun to make a bracket and pit all the mascots against each other and see who I think would win, and then see how that actually compares to who wins the actual game. So, I'm not going to tell you who I have winning at all, because we're just going to go round by round as I update you guys. So now that round 2 is over, here's your update. So we started off on the bracket with Louisville versus North Carolina A&T, the Aggies versus the Cardinals. Now, I don't exactly know what an Aggie is, but I looked it up, and I'm looking at their little logo for their team, and it's like a bulldog with some kind of like spiky collar, which sounds pretty scary, but I think that a Cardinal would just be like flying around like blah, 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 and then be like and just like swooping and just like peck the crap out of the Aggie, and then it would be dead. So that's what I predicted to happen, and that's actually what happened. Louisville won. Whew. I'm so smart. Off to a great start, guys. Next up, Colorado State Rams versus the Missouri Tigers. Now, this one I think you should be able to figure out pretty easily. A tiger obviously beats a ram. Ram's like big and just like bulky and just like ram, ba 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 ram, right? And then the tiger's like and just like in one bite, like eats the entire ram's body in consumption. So I said the Tigers would win. Didn't actually happen. Somehow the Rams fought off the Tigers. Go Rams. Next up, Oregon Ducks versus Oklahoma State Cowboys. Ducks will just walk around waddling, being like quack, 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 and the Cowboys would be like lasso them up, whatever, eat them. I don't know. What do you do with a duck when she catch it? I don't know. But so I said Cowboys would win. Actually, an upset in many people's actual bracket, including mine. Oregon won. So go Ducks. My brother goes to Oregon, so I actually am rooting for them, even though it screwed up my brackets. Next up, St. Louis Billikens versus the New Mexico State Aggies. If you guys watched my video on my main channel, which if you haven't, go click right here and watch it, from yesterday, I went through a couple of the weird mascots in the NCAA right now, and what the F is a Billiken? I really don't know. I looked it up. It's some kind of weird alien, like, demon thing. It has this weird, like, smirk on its face, like it's evil, so I don't know what, like, this video is just me making a lot of animal noises, apparently, but I don't know what kind of noise a Billiken would make, so, but I think it's an alien, so it's like, but that's the Billiken alien noise. So I think Billikens are just weird enough that I don't know what an Aggie is. This is already the second group of Aggies we have in the NCAA. I don't know why people like Aggies so much, but Billikens are just weird enough that they just might win, and that is indeed what happened. So, go Billikens, I guess. Next up, Memphis Tigers versus St. Mary's Gales. You guys are smart enough to figure out that the Tigers would win this once again. So, they did. So, yeah, go Tigers. Next up, Michigan State Spartans versus Valparaiso Crusaders. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Their logo just says Valpo, which means maybe everyone that goes there doesn't know how to pronounce it either. So, Crusaders and Spartans, I think of them as kind of the same thing. It's probably, like, historically inaccurate or something, but I don't know. Anyway, I thought that the Michigan State Spartans would just be like, I am Sparta, and dominate them, while the Valpos are like, I don't even know how to pronounce my name. I can't fight until we learn how to just bake our own name, blah, 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 and then the Spartans would win. And that's what happened. So, yeah, I have great reasoning, guys. Next up, Cincinnati Bearcats versus Creighton Blue Jays. Now, you might think this is an obvious choice. Well, actually, you might not. Bearcats are not a real thing. So, like, in life, I guess Blue Jays technically win because they are a real thing in life. But the Bearcats, if you think of it, half bear, so half like, growl on a bear, then half like, shh. Cats are evil. I don't like cats. They're just like, they crawl. Oh, God. I used to have a boyfriend that had a cat, and it hated me, and it just, like, it really scratched. It was so mean. So, ow, I just scratched myself. Never pretend to be a cat. Side note. So, Bearcats versus Blue Jays. I say Bearcat. But apparently, Blue Jays, somehow, little, like, chip, chip, chip on the Blue Jay, I'm singing, beat the Bearcats. So, maybe it was, like, instead of, like a cat bear, like, bear, it was, like, a bear the size of a cat. which wouldn't be that scary. Maybe a Blue Jay could take that. So I was wrong. Where are we? Duke. Blue Devils versus the Albany Great Danes. Now, as you will see when I continue updating you on further rounds of my mascot brackets, I think the Blue Devils beat a lot of things. Like, a Blue Devil, like, devils are bad, and then they're blue. So you think of a devil as, like, red or black or something, and then you look at it, and it's like you think that it's, like, red with this, like, red pitchfork, and then if you saw a devil and it came at you and it was blue, you'd be like, what the fuck? I'm so scared to just pitchfork the crap out of you. So, versus Great Danes, I think Blue Devil would, like, possess the Great Dane and just, like, attack everybody. And that's what happened. It did beat the Great Danes, so we'll have to see how the Blue Devils continue in my bracket further on. Okay, next up, we are down into the Western Conference. Gonzaga Bulldogs versus Southern U Jaguars. I said Jaguars because I don't know what noise Jaguars make, but I feel like they'd be like scary, right? Versus Bulldogs, who would just be like, ruff, ruff, I'm a Bulldog. So they're ugly. But actually the Bulldogs won. So I'm actually happy about that. I had them winning my other bracket, and I'm from Seattle. So go Washington State. Pittsburgh Panthers versus Wichita State Shockers. That is a shocker that there is a group in the NCAA called the Shockers. I don't really understand why. Again, if you watch my video on my main channel, where did I put it? Over here. I say Shockers. Like, really, I don't understand. But I did think that they would kind of like Blue Devils. Like, they're a shocker. They're either some kind of like bee or like lightning bolt or something just shocking, like electricity. So like send a bolt of electricity shoot through you. Like just happened to me. So I say they win. And they did win. So woo, go Wichita. Wichita what? Wisconsin Badgers versus Ole Miss Rebels. Badgers remind me of like is it a badger and like a groundhog? The groundhog that comes out in the winter and tells you when spring's coming. Which even though it's sunny outside in Boston, it is not spring yet. There's still snow on the ground. But stupid groundhog. That's what he is. Versus the Rebels. I say the Rebels would be like, we're rebellious. Goodbye, little badger, and like pick up the badger and like drop kick him. Well, what actually happened, where are we? Yeah, the Rebels did win, so, yeah, way to be rebellious. Next up, Kansas State Wildcats versus LaSalle Explorers. Now, in my mind, I'm picturing Explorers as, like, walking around with their, like, map. And they're like, we can explore, I'm Christopher Columbus, gonna find the Americas. And the Wildcats would just, like, sneak up behind them, and then kill them. But what actually happened to the Explorers, won. So, good job, humans, I guess. Maybe they use their compass to, like, navigate around the Wildcats. I don't know. Next up, Belmont Bruins versus Arizona Wildcats. More Wildcats. I don't understand. So, the Wildcats actually won this time, even though I predicted the Bruins winning, because I think Bruins are like a scary bear, and they just are scary, like, roar. Oh, that was a good growl. And they would just eat the Wildcats alive, but really somehow the Wildcats got them. Woohoo! Okay, next up, New Mexico Lobos versus the Harvard Crimson. Crimson is either some kind of like bird or like just the color crimson. And so I did not think that could beat anything, really. So I voted for the Lobos, which I think is some kind of like wolf or scary dog or something. But somehow, upsetting pretty much everybody's brackets, including all of my brackets, Harvard won. So go Harvard, because I live in Boston, so I was secretly rooting for them, but not the Crimson. I don't know. Notre Dame Fighting Irish versus the Iowa State Cyclones. Now, when I was filling out this bracket, it was like just a couple days after St. Patrick's Day, so I thought that the Fighting Irish, would be like drunk, like drinking Baileys and Guinness, and just be like, sorry, Cyclones, even though Cyclones sounds pretty scary, so I don't really know why I chose Notre Dame, but they didn't win anyway, so I made the wrong choice. Ohio State Buckeyes versus Iona Gales. Gales are like, didn't we already have some other Gales? What is wrong? Like, there's so many weird, like, NCAA mascot fetishes, like Gales, Wildcats, and Aggies. I don't even know. But at least there's only one Shockers. Versus the Ohio State Buckeyes. I said the Ohio State Buckeyes because I thought they sounded tough and rough and everything, and they did win, so yeah. Okay, next up, we are halfway done, guys. We're now into the South. Kansas Jayhawks versus Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. So I thought Hilltoppers would just be like, I don't really know what they are. I thought they'd just be like sitting on the top of the hill being like, and then the Western Kentucky, no, and then the Jayhawks would be like, yeah! There's a lot of birds in the NCAA. Does that mean they all like give each other the bird? Oops. It's the second time I've done that in this video. What's wrong with me today? I thought the Jayhawks would win. They did win. Moral of that story. Okay, North Carolina Tar Heels versus Villanova Wildcats. Now, Wildcats didn't do so hot on the other side of my bracket, so I didn't think they'd do so hot on this bracket. Somehow I knew that. North Carolina Tar Heels. I thought they would just be like kick everybody in the face with their Tar Heels. I don't know. And what the heck is a Tar Heel? And win. And they did, so that's good. They are continuing on. Next up, VCU Rams versus Akron Zips. I don't exactly know what a zip is, but its little logo looks like a little baby dinosaur, and I thought it would be like zip, 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 just like beat everybody, sneak past them, zip, zip, to the hoop, zip, zip, alley-oop, zip, zip, three-pointer, zip, 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 everything, slam dunk, blah, 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 and win. That actually didn't happen. The Rams beat them, so maybe I didn't really know what a zip was. Michigan Wolverines versus South Dakota State Jackrabbits. Now, I thought Jackrabbits would just be like, whoop, 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 America, money, whoop, whoop. And then Michigan would be like, oh, Wolverine, like, the moon came out and I've got my, I guess I'm thinking of werewolf. Hair is coming out. And I thought they would win, and they did, so yeah, keep it going. UCLA Bruins versus Minnesota Golden Gophers. Now, Golden Gophers. Again, this reminds me of Groundhog Day. So I said Bruins because I thought they would be a big bear and like attack like I thought on the other side, but just like on the other side of my bracket. Didn't think right on this one. Whoops. Florida Gators versus Northwestern State Demons. Now the Demons to me are like who are they? The Duke Blue Devils. They just sound like they would literally possess. It would be like the exorcism of the Florida Gators and just like infiltrate their body and just go and like the Gators wouldn't even be able to like chomp down on the Demons because the Demons would be like inside them like controlling you. Well, I was wrong about that. The Gators actually beat the Demons, so good job. Gators like got those Demons out of you and somehow fought them off. Good job. San Diego State Aztecs versus Oklahoma Sooners. These are all weird, but for some reason I decided to go with the Sooners. They just sounded like Boomer Sooner, and they would like, soon you will be out of this bracket. Well, soon they were out of this bracket, so I was wrong on that one. Georgetown Hoyas versus FGCU Eagles. I thought, in the Mascot bracket, I actually got this right, but I thought the Eagles would just be like, again, there's a lot of birds in these brackets. And there's like, peck, 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 and Georgetown would be out, which is actually what happened, minus some of the pecking. Indiana Hoosiers versus John Madison Dukes. Now, Dukes just sound like super royal and like, we've got our kings, blah, 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 crowns on our head, and blah, blah, we're the Dukes, in the British accents, which is awesome, but I thought the Hoosiers would win, and guess what, I was right. Great. NC State Wolfpack versus Temple Owls. Owls would be like, who are you, sitting in the tree, with my glasses on, because I'm an owl. And then the NC State Wolfpack would be like, yeah, we're wolves. Like, I was picturing, like, the Twilight Wolfpack, and they just, like, turn into wolves, and then they're like, whoa. Everyone's dead. But, somehow the Owls won. So, good job, Owls. Like, I guess you were like the Owls in Winnie the Pooh, and you were really smart, so you beat them somehow, like, being sneaky. UNLV Rebels versus California Golden Bears. Now, Golden Bears just makes me think of Golden Grams, right? Like, that's literally a golden bear. But somehow they were not Golden Grams because the Rebels did not eat them alive. The Rebels lost. Whatever. Maybe it's just the sunshine of California. Maybe, like, they sunburnt the Rebels, and then maybe. Last one in this conference, Syracuse Orange versus Montana Grizzlies. Now, the orange is a color. You can either think of it as two ways, color or like an actual physical orange that you eat after you peel it, obviously, unless you're weird. So Grizzlies, in my book, would obviously just be like, oh, there's really a lot of bears and birds. The NCAA has bear and bird fetishes. Weird. I don't know who made these things up, but Grizzlies, right? Like, obvious choice, Grizzlies. But somehow, maybe Grizzlies are like afraid of the color orange because Syracuse somehow beat them. Now, down to the, oh wait, we were still in We're in the East. I was lying to you that whole time. Okay, Butler versus Bucknell. We've got the Butler Bulldogs versus Bucknell Bison. I thought that the Bulldogs, like, Bison might sound pretty intimidating to you because they're, like, big and, like, powerful, right? And, like, stomping around because they're big. But really, I thought the Bulldogs would just, like, sneak through their legs and then be like, chop, and just, like, that sounded wrong, but just, like, eat them alive and, like, just, like, be growling at them. And I don't really know, but I said Bulldogs would win. This one was a tough one, but they won, so that's good. Marquette Golden Eagles versus the Davidson Wildcats. I said Wildcats, much like I did on the other side, but as we learned on the other side of my bracket, Wildcats don't always do so well. But this is like the fourth Wildcat, so it's so dumb. But we've got a Golden Eagle. I don't know why there's so many golden mascots in the NCAA basketball, but Golden Eagles somehow won because their wings are made of gold, so they shine in the sun and they blind everyone. I don't know. Illinois and Colorado, two more guys are almost done. Illinois Fighting Illinois and Colorado Buffalo. Now, apparently the Fighting Illinois are more powerful than the Fighting Irish from Notre Dame because Illinois actually won here, but versus the Colorado Buffalo, I said Buffalo. I thought Buffalo would beat these crazy Illinois people, but I was wrong. And the last one, the Miami Hurricanes versus the Pacific Tigers. This is a tough one because you might think tigers at first glance sound really scary, which they are. But I think if a hurricane is like swirling towards this tiger, the tiger's going to get sucked in the hurricane. Boom, goodbye tiger. You just got sent off to Oz. And that is what happened. So that is how my mascot bracket is doing so far, guys. It's really not doing well. I looked at the rankings of where it is overall. Now I can't remember where I put that, but it is not doing well. So moral of the story is make sure you always have two brackets, at least, because your mascot bracket is going to suck, probably. unless I don't know, it could be a weird year for, like, golden animals. But yeah, that is my mascot bracket. I will update you guys after round 3, so go have some fun, go watch those games, and if you need more ways to watch them and have fun, if your brackets are both sucking like mine are, click here and watch my video from yesterday because I have lots of fun ways to enjoy March Madness, even if your brackets are sucking, or if you don't have any brackets at all. So, happy Saturday, and goodbye. See you guys next time.